Cold rain. Busy streets. And a woman who looks like she carries the whole world on her shoulders. That woman is Elena Jew. Now, Elena isn't just anybody. She's a CEO. A powerhouse. Someone people write articles about. Self-made tech genius. Billionaire visionary. All those headlines that make a person sound untouchable. But tonight? She's just tired. Her heels click against the wet sidewalk as she leaves her company's glass tower. It's late. Most people went home hours ago. But not Elena. The pressure of investors, product launches, board meetings, it all kept her trapped inside that office long after the sun had disappeared. She tugs her coat tighter. She's thinking about her son, Leo, 7 years old, smart, sweet, and slipping away from her. She missed his last soccer game. And the one before that. And the last time he told her it's okay, Mom, she could hear the disappointment he was trying to hide. So she's standing there thinking about everything she's losing. When suddenly, screech! A car comes sliding around the corner, tires slicing through the rainwater, fishtailing straight toward her. She freezes. She doesn't scream. Doesn't move. Her brain just stops. And then, someone grabs her. An arm, strong, steady, hooks around her waist, yanking her back hard enough that her feet leave the ground. The car whips past, missing her by inches. Her knees buckle. Her breath catches. Her heart is slamming inside her chest like it's trying to break free. Then she hears a voice. Deep. Calm. Almost gentle. You okay? She looks up. The man standing in front of her isn't dressed like a hero. No suit. No umbrella. Just a worn leather jacket, damp hair plastered to his forehead, and eyes, warm, steady, somehow familiar in the chaos. Yes. I think so, she whispers. She expects him to check on her more. Maybe call 911. Maybe ask if she needs help. But instead, he steps back. Gives her a simple nod. And he turns to leave. Just like that. Elena blinks, confused. Who saves someone's life and then just walks away? Before she can say anything, a little voice calls out. Dad! Are you done? Elena looks over his shoulder. There's a little girl, maybe 7, holding a sparkly unicorn umbrella. She runs up and grabs his hand like it's the safest place in the world. The man smiles at his daughter, that soft, tired kind of smile only single parents seem to have. He glances back at Elena one last time. Be careful next time. And then, he fades into the crowd. Gone. Like he was never even there. The city swallows him up. And Elena stands there shaking, rain dripping down her face, not sure if it's the weather or the shock. Her driver rushes to her, asking what happened. But she barely hears him. All she can think about is the man with the quiet eyes. And the way he held his daughter's hand as if she was his whole world. Days pass. Elena goes back to her life. Meetings. Numbers. Presentations. The grind that never stops. She should be focused. She should be powering through. But her mind keeps drifting. Back to him. Who was he? Why didn't he stay? Why didn't he want a reward? Or recognition? People fought for her attention every day, yet the one person she wanted to talk to walked away without hesitation. Even at home, the memory lingers. She finds herself staring at Leo, wondering what life would look like if she wasn't always working. If she had time to simply walk him home under a unicorn umbrella. Like that father did. By the end of the week, she tells herself to forget it. People cross paths every day. He's just a stranger. But fate has other plans. One Thursday morning, Elena stops by the on-site daycare in her building, the one she built so her single-parent employees wouldn't struggle the way her own mother did. She walks in with a box of donated toys, smiling at the kids coloring and playing. Then she sees him. The man from the street. He's kneeling beside a little girl who's trying, and failing, to tie her shoelaces. He's laughing softly, showing her how to loop the strings into a bunny ear. The unicorn umbrella is hanging on the back of her tiny chair. For a moment, Elena forgets how to breathe. She steps closer. Slowly. Unsure. Her pulse is racing like she's back in front of that speeding car. This time, he notices her. His eyebrows lift in surprise. Recognition flickers in his eyes. "Oh," he says quietly. "It's you." Elena lets out a shaky laugh. "Yeah. It's me." His daughter looks up, eyes wide. "Daddy, is she your friend?" He smiles awkwardly. She's someone I helped the other night." "He saved you," the little girl gasps. "Daddy's a superhero." "I told you." Elena laughs, really laughs, for the first time in weeks. The man rubs the back of his neck. "She's exaggerating." "No," Elena says softly. "She's not." There's a pause. A strange, warm pause that fills the air between them. She finally asks the question she's wanted to since that night. "What's your name?" "Daniel," he says. "Daniel Hart. And this is Lily." Lily grins up at Elena. "Hi. Do you like unicorns?" Elena kneels down, smiling. "I love unicorns." And just like that, something shifts. Something small. Something warm. Something she didn't know she needed. Daniel stands, a little nervous, as if unsure whether he's allowed to talk to someone like her. She notices the exhaustion in his eyes, the kind that comes from working 2 jobs and raising a child alone. She also notices the softness, the kindness, the patience. "Can I take you both to breakfast?" she asks suddenly. Daniel freezes. "Breakfast? I owe you my life," she says simply. "It's the least I can do." Lily bounces. "Pancakes." Daniel chuckles. "Looks like I'm outvoted." "And that breakfast?" Changes everything. They go to a cozy diner. Lily spills syrup. Daniel apologizes 100 times. Elena just laughs and helps wipe it up. People in the diner stare, not because they recognize her, but because they've never seen her look so relaxed. Daniel tells her about working construction. How raising Lily alone is hard but worth everything. How he doesn't have much money, but he has love, and sometimes that's enough. Elena tells him about running a company. About pressure. About missing her son so much it physically hurts. About how success feels empty when you're alone at the top. They talk for hours. No cameras. No board members. No expectations. Just 2 people who needed someone to understand them. When breakfast ends, Elena walks them to their car, an old sedan with chipped paint, but clean on the inside, with Lily's drawings taped to the dash. Daniel buckles his daughter in. He turns to Elena. "You didn't have to do this," he says. "I know," she replies. "But I wanted to." They share a smile. Small. Shy. Real. And something inside Elena whispers. Maybe this is the piece you've been missing. Over the next few weeks, they cross paths more and more. Daniel picks up extra work in her building doing maintenance. Lily becomes friends with the daycare kids. Elena starts having lunch with them whenever she can. Leo even meets Lily, and the 2 hit it off instantly, bonding over dinosaurs and slime and everything messy and loud and wonderful about being 7. And Daniel? He slowly opens up. He tells her about losing his wife. About promising himself he'd raise Lily with all the love he could give. About the fear of not being enough. And Elena tells him she understands. Because she feels that fear too. Every day. They help each other. Heal each other. Quietly. Gently. Until one evening, weeks later, when Elena is leaving work again, this time not exhausted, but smiling, she finds Daniel waiting outside with 2 cups of hot chocolate. "For surviving another day," he says. She laughs and takes the cup. Rain begins to fall again, soft this time, not the violent storm from before. The streetlights glow. People hurry past. And Daniel looks at her with those warm eyes. "You know," he says slowly, "that night I saved you, I didn't expect anything. I wasn't trying to be a hero. I just did what anyone would do." "No," she whispers, stepping closer. "Not anyone would have done that." Daniel lowers his voice. "I'm glad you're okay, Elena. I really am." She looks up at him, heartful, eyes soft. "Daniel, you didn't just save my life." He frowned slightly. "What do you mean?" "You reminded me what matters." He doesn't say anything. He just watches her. And for the first time, she sees her future in someone's eyes. Not a future of boardrooms and deadlines. Not a future of loneliness in a penthouse. But a future with warmth. With laughter. With messy breakfasts and unicorn umbrellas and late-night hot chocolate. Daniel takes a step closer. Rain falls between them like a curtain. His voice is barely above a whisper. "Elena, can I?" She doesn't let him finish. She leans in. He leans in. And under the glow of the city lights, in the rain that once almost took her life, their lips meet. Soft. Gentle. Perfect. A moment she will never forget. Months later, people will gossip. "Did you hear the CEO is dating a single dad? Where did she even meet him? Isn't she too important for someone like him?" But Elena won't care. Because she knows the truth. The man who saved her life didn't just pull her out of danger. He pulled her back into reality. Into love. Into a life she didn't even know she deserved. And Daniel? He still says he's no hero. But every time Elena sees him holding their kids' hands, Leo on one side, Lily on the other, she knows he's wrong. Because sometimes heroes don't wear capes. Sometimes. They wear worn leather jackets, hold unicorn umbrellas, and fade into the crowd. Until fate brings them back.